Kia ora, I'm Clare Kelly. I'm New Zealand's ambassador to the WTO, the World Trade Organisation, which is a really important organisation for New Zealand, and I'd like to tell you a bit about why that is. The WTO has 164 members, they're countries and customs territories, and its number one objective is to help its members to use trade to raise living standards, create jobs and improve people's lives. The WTO operates the global system of trade rules, and it provides a forum for we, the members, to negotiate those trade rules and to resolve disputes between us. It also is a place that helps developing countries increase their capacity in trade. And WTO membership is really important for Aotearoa New Zealand for several reasons. Firstly, the rules that it sets create stability, predictability and certainty for our exporters when they sell their products overseas, because we know what other countries have committed to do for us in their markets. Secondly, it makes rules by consensus, and those rules are legally enforceable. So this means that even small countries like New Zealand can hold the really big players to account when we need to. Thirdly, it's where the global issues on trade, the biggest global issues, are tackled. Issues like trade and climate change, food insecurity, the impact of subsidisation on markets, competition, all those big issues New Zealand is part of because we're part of the WTO. The New Zealand team in Geneva works on the range of WTO issues, but I'll just tell you about a couple of those that are at the top of our agenda. On agricultural trade, we work really actively with partners like Australia and Latin America on better and fairer rules to limit the billions of dollars in subsidies that some members use in their agricultural sectors, which limits our ability to compete fairly in their markets and in other markets. Another issue we're working really hard on is fisheries. We're negotiating disciplines, again, on subsidisation, on the billions of dollars that usually the same members put into unsustainable fishing practices, which leads to overfishing and overcapacity. Another area we're working on is some new rules on electronic commerce and investment facilitation. And these new negotiations are an important opportunity to make sure that account is taken of the specific interests of Aotearoa New Zealand in negotiations. And so our team in Geneva works with our Wellington colleagues, with Te Taumata and other representatives, to make sure that we understand Māori interests and perspectives and that we take those into our negotiations. Recently we've had some great opportunities to share Māori perspectives with the rest of the WTO. Each year the WTO hosts a public forum event in which the WTO membership get to talk to civil society and business. And last year, Hone McGregor and Carrie Stoddart-Smith represented Te Taumata at the public forum. They had a really busy and successful week. They delivered several panels on Indigenous trade perspectives. They met other Indigenous representatives and other delegations, and they also attended meetings with the World Economic Forum. That engagement was followed in November of last year by the visit to New Zealand of the WTO's Director General, the DG, Dr. Nkosi Okonjo-Iweala. The DG met with the PM, the DPM, and of course Minister O'Connor. She also met with a group of wahine Māori to talk about the perspectives of Māori women as business leaders. She told us later on that that was one of her favourite parts of the visit, and then she followed up her visit to New Zealand and that meeting by asking one of the members of the group that she met with, Tanya Te Whenua, to join her panel of civil society advisors. Now that panel is 10 or 12 people representing the whole WTO membership. So for Tanya to be representing all of us on that panel is something quite significant. Māori perspectives are going to be part of the public forum again this year. The Director General has invited Rangi Marie Huria to speak to a high-level panel about fisheries, and again the Te Taumata colleagues will be presenting a panel this time on Indigenous peoples, trade and sustainability. So, in summary, the WTO is a really important place for New Zealand to be part of the global conversation on trade and to represent New Zealand interests and Māori interests, and we look forward to working with you on advancing those.